9:45,
6:30,
6:30,
and 5:50.
and 5:50. Yes, I now remember. Absolutely. And I've added one more. And I have added one more. 2:15. Let's start with this. What is the angle formed by the two hands of the clock at 2:15? In 15 minutes, this angle formed is 7.5 degrees.
7.5.
Pardon?
7.5, 7.5.
This is 7, but so what is this angle?
That is
Why will this be 22.5 degrees, students? Because from 2 to 3, this entire portion is 30 degrees. Remember, a clock is divided into 12 parts, and the sum total of 12 parts is 360 degrees. So any two parts, the gap is 30 degrees, 30. From 30 degrees, it's 7.5 less. Why is it 7.5 less? Because it has moved in 15 minutes, 7.5 degrees. Remember, ours hand moves half a degree every minute. So in 15 minutes, it has moved 7.5 degrees. So the angle formed by the two hands is 22.5 degrees. 22.5 degrees. Okay, let's look at the next question. 9:45. Students, you need to participate and you need to ask questions. And in case you understand, of course, you have to inform me accordingly. 9:45. So the hour's hand would be here. The hand would be here. So what will be this angle? This angle basically in 45 minutes, this angle is 22.5. Exactly 25. Every 1 minute it travels half a degree. So in 45 minutes, the hour's hand has moved ahead 22.5. What is the angle formed at 6:30? What is the angle formed at 6:30? Now at 6:30, the hour's hand is here and the minute's hand is here. So this angle formed is 15 degrees. 15 degrees, because in 30 minutes, 15 degrees. Similarly, 5:50. 5 is here, 50 is here. So this would be almost closer to 6. And this would be here. So 10 to 6 will be 120. 120. And in 50 minutes, this would have covered 25. So 5 degree more. 5 degree more. So it's very easy to find out orally also. 125 degrees. Okay, let me give you two fresh questions now. Let me just draw fresh diagrams and give you fresh questions. Are you all following what we are trying to do? Are you all following what we are trying to do, students?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. We will also take up syllogisms today. We will also take up syllogisms today. Syllogisms is again a few of the companies always ask questions. you can expect questions from syllogisms. All right. What will be the angle found by the two hands of the clock at 4:40 and 6:15? 6:15. Last two questions. Clocks. Then I'll take up one question on how the clock. Okay, what's the angle formed at 4:40? 4:40. Yes, please, 4:40. Okay. Four 40 means the hours hand has moved a little towards 5, and this is here at 8. Minutes hand is here at 8. All right. Now, if I look at the angle formed here, they're asking us to tell us this angle. Now, if this was exactly at 4, if this were exactly at 4, then 4 to 8, this is 4 parts, 120 degrees. But in 40 minutes, this has moved 20 degrees further. So what is the angle at 4:40? 100 degrees. 120 minus 20 degree. Are you following the logic?
Yes, sir.
So the angle
Recording
formed
in
at
progress.
4:40 will be 100 degrees. Let's look at 6:15. Let's look at 6:15. What is the angle formed by two hands at 6:15? Students, what happens at 6:15? My hour's hand has moved a little, just slightly away from 6. And the angle formed by the minutes hand.
97.5.
Yeah.
Recording in
degrees.
progress.
Absolutely correct. 97.5. Just remember one thing, that every 1 minute, the hour's hand is basically moving half a degree in every 1 minute. Okay, just to clarify, let me just give you perfect. Simran and most of you are getting it correct. Clocks It's not such any rocket science. I'm sure. Would you like to try it orally without actually just? I mean, maybe you draw the diagram, maybe visualize it, and simply straight away you can get the answer. So even if you visualize the diagram, I don't think it should be that big a task for you to work out. You big engineers, you're doing whatnot. These are simple calculations. Okay, what is the angle formed by the two hands of the clock at 345 degrees? Not degrees, sorry, 345. 345. What is that? What is the angle formed by the two hands of the clock at 345? Yes, please, quickly. What is the angle formed by the two hands of the clock at 345?
112.5.
345. So suppose I have.
Oh, sorry, 180. Yeah, 180 plus 22.5.
345. Why should we add 22.5? Shouldn't we subtract?
40.
Yes, we should subtract.
We should subtract 22.5. If we subtract 22.5 from 180, I get students. Let me tell you why we subtract. Let me quickly again explain this. It should not be very difficult for you to visualize why we subtract. Please understand, this is 12, this is 6. I said 345. So if I say 345, it simply means I'm here, and this has moved a little ahead, 45. This is here. So had it been here, it would have been 180. This is 22.5. This is 22.5. So this should be 22.5 degrees less than, this should be 22.5. This is 22.5. Had it been exactly at the 3 hours, but it has moved towards 4. It moves every minute half a degree. So in 45 minutes, it moves 22.5 degrees. So my angle formed is 22.5 degrees less than 180 degree. So that's 157.5 degrees. Are you getting the logic?
Yes, sir, got it.
All right. So just visualize two things. Where do we stand? Do I need to use paper and pencil? If you ask me honestly, not required. But yes, to develop a good understanding, if you want to pick up the finer nuances of this topic, I certainly agree that if you learn drawing diagrams, it always helps. But eventually, once you become adept, once you become masters of the concept, I don't see any reason why you should draw the diagram. Diagram is required at the initial stages, not at the subsequent stage. All right, students, let me just give you one interesting question, very interesting question, which will give you an overview. Other than that, we've covered most of the concepts from clocks as well as from calendars. This question has, in different forms and shapes, I have seen this, in different, I've seen it in at least 2 or 3 websites also. So I'll get you exactly the question that I wanted to discuss. So that, and please, my request is, if you are practicing questions, for example, honestly speaking, today's test I had kept easy deliberately. Tomorrow's test, maybe tomorrow, maybe day after, one of the days when I do the test, it's going to be slightly, no, I would like to do it tomorrow itself, one of the tests, because Friday you got a full length test. So except for mensuration and geometry, in full length test, I'll include everything. We've covered a little bit of data interpretation also, have we? Okay, I quickly picked up one question. This question is there on the other websites also. This is another website called India Picks. This was one question that caught my attention. Question number 19, which is just flashed on your screen. Can you all read the question, students? A watch which gains uniformly is 2 minutes low. 2 minutes low means it is now running 2 minutes behind. So it is showing 11:58 at noon on Monday and is 4 minutes 48 seconds fast at 2 p.m. on the following Monday. When was it correct? This is the question that you've been asked. Yes, please. Yes, please. If you understand the concept and if you feel comfortable solving this, because after this question, students will move to syllogisms. I need to spend at least an hour with syllogisms to explain at least the basic questions that you can expect in any test. Not necessary that every test will, you'll be given questions from syllogisms, but questions from syllogisms are not very uncommon. Yes, please. If you are ready with your answers, feel free to respond. Students, today's test was much simpler and easier. So if you managed to complete it well within the time limit prescribed to you, it's just that the paper was also easy and your performance is also, it's now a slightly improved one. So my request is over next 2 to 3 weeks, the entire September, spend at least a couple of hours every day going on different websites, practicing questions. That's why to give you extensive practice, we have 2 more tests this week. Students are last, so the first module that we planned was for 54 hours. Every day we did 3 hours, 6 days a week for 3 weeks. So 18 times 3 makes it 54. In these 54 hours, we kept 6 hours for testing. So I am not saying we've done a very expansive work, but most of the basic common thing, I'm sure most of you have appeared for one test or the other. And from your experience, you know that you've covered a little bit of ground now. Time, speed, distance, time and work, ratio, proportion, a lot of topics, students. Profit and loss, percentage, average, number system, codes, number series, a lot of things. Yes, please. What's the answer? Question number 19. Let me first read the question. A watch gains 2 minutes. Sorry, gains uniform 2 minutes low on Monday is 4 minutes 48 seconds fast. So students, basically what has happened, not only this watch is compensated for the, for the low, movement that was there, as in it was slow by 2 minutes. It is now fast by 4 minutes 48 seconds. So it has actually covered 6 minutes 48 seconds extra. 6 minutes 48 seconds extra. Do you agree? Yes or no? 6 minutes 48 seconds, and Monday to Monday is 7 days. 7 into 24 plus 2 hours. So what is happening is 6 hours 48 seconds. 6 hours 48 seconds. Sorry, 6 minutes 48 seconds. It has covered extra in how much time, students? 7 days and 2 hours. 7 days
170 hours.
24 times 7 plus 2. That's 170 hours. And this is equivalent to 408 seconds. Sorry, 408 seconds. Now, 408 seconds lead happens in 170 hours. So 1 second lead will happen in 170 upon 408. And I want it to be exactly the right time. Right time means it was slow by 2 minutes. So 120 seconds it has to cover to become right. So 120 seconds it will become 170 upon 408 into 120. That's your unitary method. That's your unitary method. So when I solve for this, 17 times 10, 17 times 2, 34, and 4. 24 times 5.
Sir, it's 2 p.m. Wednesday.
Yes, 50 hours. So students, when I translate 50 hours, it becomes 2 days and 2 hours. 2 days, 2 hours. Now just imagine noon of Monday, 2 days, noon of Wednesday, and 2 hours. 2 p.m. on Wednesday. 2 p.m. on Wednesday. That's it. 2 p.m. on Wednesday. Students, are you following the logic? It covers additional 6 minutes 48 seconds in 170 hours. It has to cover an additional 120 seconds. Your favorite, my favorite, our favorite unitary method. Let's look at the solution that these guys have provided us. Let's look at the solution these guys have provided. Wow. They've covered it in minutes, one and the same thing. I converted it into seconds. That's the answer. That's the correct way to do it. I mean, what we did was absolutely correct. They've converted it in terms of minutes. We did it in terms of seconds. Is this okay? I found not 2 minutes, I found 120 seconds, which means one and the same thing. Brilliant. Let's move on now. We will be starting with syllogisms. All right, students. So the next thing that we plan for is syllogisms. What topic, students? Syllogisms. Syllogisms is something that you must have come across. Syllogisms basically
Recording in
syllogisms.
progress.
I'll draw diagrams for each question. That's the best way to learn syllogisms. Syllogisms is a topic that, so I'll be doing 20 questions, discussion on 20 questions now. Students, where through these 20 questions, we should be able to understand the concept. And then certainly, post that, it will become very easy for us to kind of solve the question that comes our way. All right. Let's begin with questions straight away. There is no, first, let me explain what it means. If I say some pens are pencils, if I say some pens are pencils, What does it mean, students? First, let's understand this entire concept. So I've got some pens. We represent these by different colors. So these are pens. And I've got pencils here. So these are pencils. What can you see here? That there is a bit of overlapping portion. Why do we have overlapping? Because some pens are pencils, which means some pens are not pencils. Vice versa, if some pens are pencils, then some pencils are also pens. And some pencils are not pens. Okay. Now the next sentence is all tigers are cats. All tigers are cats. All cats are dogs. All cats are dogs. Suppose I say this statement. Have you come across these kind of questions in the past, students?
Yes, sir.
All right. These are called syllogisms. I don't know. I think I need to update my Zoom. Otherwise, it keeps troubling. Okay. Now, all tigers are cats. So what I do is, all of them are cats. These are my tigers. And they happen to be cats. All of them are cats. So, these are cats. And then all cats are dogs. All of them. These are dogs. Now, what does this mean? If I say all cats are dogs, then all dogs are not necessarily cat. Opposite is not true. For some, opposite is true. But yes, if all tigers are cats, then all tigers are also dogs. Are you getting my point? Because dogs is an overlapping. It's a much bigger set. So it will become clearer with more questions and examples. So these are certain expressions that you might be using extensively while trying to understand syllogisms. All right, so let's start with questions. In syllogisms, typically you have statements. After the statements, you've got certain conclusions. Now, what you have to see is which of the conclusions is correct. Take a screenshot of this question, student, because I'll be drawing diagrams. Some pens are books, some books are pencils. Okay. Now, conclusions are some pens are pencils, some pencils are pens, all pencils are pens, all books are pens. Okay. Now let me just explain it using diagram. That's the best way to learn syllogisms. There are other ways also. I'm not denying that, but I don't want to confuse you. So I'll start with. So what does the statement say? First statement says, students, some pens are books. Some pens. I've got pens. And they're saying some pens are books. So I've got books. Okay. And then they say some books are pencils. Some books are pencils. I can have another arrangement also, students, here. I'll use the same color so that you understand it better. So I've got pens like this. Then I've got books like this. So there can be a complete overlap. These are the two possibilities. Yes or no. Both the possibilities exist, either this or this. So maybe there is no overlap between pens and pencils because the common link is books. And there is a possibility that there is an overlap. Do you agree? So when I look at both the things, Now, what can I conclude from here? Please understand, when I look at conclusions, whatever I am 100% sure, I take that only into consideration. Option A says only 1 and 3. Some pens are pencils. Maybe true, maybe not true. All pencils are pens, not true. Some pencils are pens. Maybe true, maybe not true. So we don't take it. All books are pens, not true. So what will be the correct option? None of the four. None of the above. Is that okay? Are you getting the logic, students? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So what we do is, anything that we are 100% sure of is only considered in as our answer. So here the answer will be none of the four. Let me proceed to the next question. Once we discuss 3, 4, 5 questions, you will become you'll be in an advantageous position. Syllogism, students, is one of the very interesting topics from logical reasoning. And in fact, there are English verbal faculty also, because it's part of critical reasoning. Okay. All the goats are tigers. All the goats are tigers. And all the tigers are lions. Take a screenshot, because I'll be moving to the diagram. So I can't use both of them simultaneously. So what does the statement say, students? All the goats are tigers. All the goats are tigers. So all the goats, so I've got goats here, and I've got tigers here. So all the goats are tigers. Tigers outside. Agreed? Now, then it says all the tigers are lions. All the tigers are lions. All the tigers are lions. Now, all the goats are lions. Yes, correct. It has to be true, because goats are within. All the lions are goats. Not correct. Opposite is not true. Some lions are goats. Some lions are goats. Yes, of course. Some lions, because everything is lions. So some lions are goats. Third is also correct. Some tigers are goats. Yes. So when it is all for opposite, it is some. When I say all goats are tigers, then it means some tigers are goats. So which option, students? If you've taken a screenshot,
Option C.
Option C, absolutely correct. Option C. Option C says first, third, and the fourth options are correct. All right. Let us move to the next question, please. Perfect. Yes, Ritvik, Simran, everyone got it correct. Great. You're finding it easy. Not bad at all. Next question. So I'll be doing about 8-10 questions. Then you'll solve and I'll do. So we'll do it. Don't worry. Third question. We do 20 questions. You'll be masters. Don't worry. आप मुझे syllogism पढ़ाएंगे. All the books are pencils. All the books are pencils. No pencil is eraser. No pencil is eraser. This was much simpler. So all the books are pencils. All the books. These are books. Are pencils. Students, I would request you to read books as a habit. And eraser is outside the purview. This is eraser. Why is this? No pencil is eraser. So pencil is a bigger set, so eraser is outside this. Now, first conclusion. All the pencils are books. All the pencils are books. Is it correct? No, it can't be. Some pencils are books. Some erasers are books. Option 2. Option 2. Some erasers are books. Eraser के साथ कोई overlap नहीं. Option 3. No book is eraser. No book is eraser is correct. Some books are erasers. No. So where is only 3? Option A. Only 3 is option A. So my answer is option A. My answer is option A. Absolutely correct. Agam, Pranjali, Simran. All right. Perfect. This was much simpler. So when they don't overlap, it's much simpler. Next question. All the research scholars are psychologists. Some psychologists are scientists. So again, two possibilities, students. Let me draw the diagram. Take a screenshot. Let me draw the diagram. So the question says all the research scholars are psychologists. So we've got research scholars here. Research scholars. All the research scholars, what are they? They are psychologists. They are psychologists. Perfect. And then the question says, some psychologists are scientists. A few of them, some of them are scientists. So here they use some, not few, scientists. Okay. This is one possibility where scientists are not overlapping with research scholars. There's another possibility also that can happen. I've got research scholars, I've got psychologists, and I've got scientists where they are overlapping with these. This is also possible. So both the possibilities that exist. Do you agree? Different colors. Green represents research scholars. Pink represents psychologists. Purple, pink, and blue. Peacock blue represents scientists. Now, all the research scholars are scientists. Not at all. Some research scholars are scientists. May be true, may not be true. Some scientists are psychologists. Yes. Some psychologists are research scholars. Yes. So it is 3 and 4. Which one is that? Which one is that? Option A. If you took a screenshot, Nehal, Mahendra Chaurashya, Agam, everybody, you're absolutely correct. You're absolutely correct.
Sir,
Yes, please.
so what happened if we consider the green portion under the blue? The whole green portion under.
Now, how can you consider whole portion? If whole green is under blue, then it means that all research scholars are not
Scientist.
psychologists. No, then they are not psychologists, no, because there is a part outside psychologists, right? What you are saying is here. What you're saying is here, right? Like this. Sorry.
No, sir. Shall I draw?
There's something like this instead of here. That's what you're saying.
Yes, sir.
That again is not 100% sure, right? So it doesn't impact my answer. This is also
Okay.
possible. You're
Okay,
absolutely
so
correct.
it should be 100% sure.
No, yeah, it has to be 100% sure. Then only you can.
Okay, if it's not, then we have to choose the sum word in it.
No, if it is not correct, 100% sure, then you only choose from the option which is 100% sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
If
This
there
is-
will be an, for example, we have an option here that some researchers are scientists. So shall
Right.
we choose it or shall we leave that?
No. So if I have multiple options and only one of the options coincides with it, I don't choose it because that's only one of the possibilities. All the situations must point to that conclusion.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Thank you. Next question, question number 5. All the books are papers. Some papers are journals. Some journals are calendars. Okay. So, different possibilities. Different possibilities. All the books are papers. So now I've got four entities here. Books, papers, journals, and calendars. If you could take a screenshot, I'll quickly draw the diagram. First statement says all the books are papers. All the books. I've got books, right? And all of them are papers. Don't bother with the diagram. Papers. Some papers are journals. Some papers are journals. So some papers are journals. Oh. Some papers are journals. Some of them are journals. And some journals are calendars. Some journals are calendars. Different possibilities. Another possibility is that I've got books, and then I got papers, then I've got different possibilities. I take two possibilities and I don't take multiple possibilities beyond that, because I know that I need only one that concludes, with which is 100% sure. Some journals are books. Some journals are books. Yes, please. Some journals are books.
Yes, sir.
Some journals are books. Not necessary.
Not necessary.
Not necessary. They are that's a possibility, but I only consider when we are 100% sure. Some calendars are papers. Some calendars are papers, not necessary. Some books are journals, not necessary. Some books are calendars, not necessary. None of the four. Option D, none of the four. Is that okay?
Yes, sir.
Simran, Nehal, Mahendra Chaurashya, all of you got it correct. Ritvik, correct. Absolutely. So if you just draw the diagrams, I think that's the safest way to do syllogisms. One of the students asked me the other day syllogisms. Priyanka Lodi. Priyanka, she's not around. Okay. She had asked me questions on. Anyways, doesn't matter. Some important reason. Okay, sixth question. Sixth question. All the bottles are boxes. All the boxes are bags. Some bags are trays. Yes, please. The different possibilities. I'll draw different diagrams. In fact, once you become adept, basic understanding will help you. All the bottles are boxes. So I've got bottles. Then I've got boxes. Then it says all the boxes are bags. All the boxes are bags. Then finally it says some bags are trays. So I'm using red color. So different possibility. One possibility is trays are here. The other possibility, students, is that trays overlaps with this. So I'm drawing it in one diagram only. And the third possibility is like this. All the possibilities exist. Do you agree? All the three possibilities exist now. But we only take the one that is we are 100% sure of. The one that we are 100% sure of. Okay. Some bottles are trays. Some bottles are trays.
No,
Not
sir.
necessary.
Not necessary.
Some trays are boxes. Not necessary. All the bottles are bags.
Yes.
All bottles are bags. Yes. Some trays are bags. Always true.
Yes.
Always true. So third and the fourth has to be true in all the circumstances. So which option is that's option?
Option A.
Option A, absolutely correct. So all of you who have highlighted A, yes, Mahendra, Simran, Nehal, all of you are correct. Absolutely correct. So there is so much of hue and cry about syllogisms, not required. It's a simple, basic, rhetoric, correct. All right, next. I'll do up till 8, then I'll leave the option, I'll share it on the screen. I'll also pass it on to sir. You can start doing it. I'm sharing it already on the screen. I'll keep moving on. It will also, and then we'll discuss the answer. Is that okay? Let me do up till 8 so that you develop a good understanding. Okay, students, take a screenshot. Absolutely, absolutely. I'm ready to do up till 20th. Don't worry. But you'll have the answer key so that you don't face a challenge with all the diagrams. We've done it. Okay. Question number 7. All the boxes are jeeps. I've got boxes. Boxes. All the boxes are jeeps.
Cars. All the cars are Jeep.
Some cars are jeeps. All the boxes are jeeps.
Oh, okay.
Then it says some cars are jeeps. Some cars are some cars. And all the pens are cars. These are pens. So I've got multiple possibilities. I can have pens like this also. I can have okay, let me draw another one so that it doesn't look too complicated. I've got jeeps, I've got boxes, I've got the blue color also overlapping. How does it matter? Because it will not be 100% sure, but it's still for the okay. Some cars are boxes. Some cars are boxes, not necessary. No pen is jeep. No pen is jeep. No pen is jeep, not necessary. It can be jeep also. Some boxes are cars. Some boxes are cars, not necessary. None of the three. None of the three. Option A. Are you getting the logic, students?
Yes, sir.
ऑप्शन ए ब्रिलियंट बहुत अच्छे आप में से ज्यादातर लोगों को सिलॉजिज्म्स भा गया बहुत आसान नजर आ रहा है वेरी गुड one more question I'll do last one question number 8 take a screenshot some poets are poems no poem is song some poets are poems these are poets blue color poets green color poems these are poems and it says songs these are songs this is one possibility other possibility is poets poems and I can have an overlap not with the poems no poem is song so no poem is song is this okay perfect so some poems are not songs some poems are not songs is absolutely correct because some poems are not songs obviously Because if no poem is a song, so some poems are not songs. Some poems are songs. Some poems are songs is incorrect. Some poems are songs is incorrect. Is that okay? Yes, or no? If all poems are not songs, so some poems are also not songs. How does it matter? So it's option A. All right, students. Now what we're going to do? Not D. Not D. It's A. Please understand. If all poems are not songs, then some poems are also not songs. How does it matter? Some is a subset of all. Okay. Yeah, only. Okay. Now, students, you start doing question 9 to 20. Questions 9 to 20.
Sir,
Yes, please.
when to choose either one or two follows, will you please give an example for it?
Either one or two follows. Okay. Both one or two follows is there. The one. Either one or two is basically a situation when I'll give you an example. Let me take it. Choose one example. Maybe tomorrow I'll get you an example for this. Okay? Either one or two.
Okay, sir.
And I've forwarded it to Keshav sir quickly because I let me see if I
Sir,
can.
ninth is done, sir. Two.
Ninth is what?
Option B, sir.
Ninth. Yes, please. Sorry, just one second. Just one second. Actually, I'm just trying to send this assignment to. Just one second. I did not even see the question. I'm just first forwarding it to Keshav sir. All right, let's focus back on the assignment.
Sir, it should be B.
Question number 9 says all the harmoniums are instruments. All instruments are flutes. All the harmoniums are flutes. All the harmoniums are flutes. So
It can't
will,
be, sir, one, sir.
no, it can't be one. Opposite is not true. Opposite is not true. All the harmoniums are flutes. It's correct. It is two. So all the flutes are instruments. All the flutes are instruments is incorrect. All the harmoniums are flutes. All the harmoniums, yes. That's because that's the biggest set. That's the biggest set. So option 2. Option 2. Nihal, option A is not correct. Flutes, opposite is not true. If all instruments are flutes, then all flutes are not instruments. Never. 10th. Quickly.
Sir,
Yes.
we have got the assignment, sir.
You got the assignment?
Yes, sir. Keshav sir
Quickly,
has sent.
quickly close it, quickly complete it. Quickly complete it in maximum 10 minutes. Then I'll quickly share the answer key also. Quickly. Just do it in 10 minutes. Don't speak out the answers. Keep doing it. We'll complete the assignment. Quickly, up to 20th. Up to 20th question. Students, for the questions that I could not discuss with you, questions 8 onwards, I mean 9 onwards rather, the solution that I have provided is all with diagram. Quickly complete it in the next 5 minutes. 5 more minutes to complete. In question number 15, the diagram, the solution that I am sharing, the answer is absolutely correct. The diagram has been drawn correctly. Wrong. I mean, inks and pencils have interchanged their positions in the diagram. So don't bother. Answer is correct.
Sir, I have a
Yes.
question, sir.
Please.
Sir, in the 12th question, can you open, sir, the 12th one?
Yeah, I did.
So in the 12th one, in the conclusion, it is writing some pens are pearls, but pearls are not defined, sir.
I think typo either.
Papers होना चाहिए ना? नहीं, not papers.
So that's why I wrote it as incorrect statement. If,
ठीक है तो ignore it. Paper, pen, pencil. Paper, pen, pencil. It should be pencil. Not some pens are pearls को आप pencils कर लें. Question number 12 में some pens are pencils. नहीं कुछ और होना चाहिए. ठीक है आप छोड़ इग्नोर कर दो. क्या हो सकता है जानबूझ के pearls लिखा हुआ. 3 minutes left. All right. All right, students, I think time is over. Let's, I shall be giving you the detailed question number 9. What should be the answer? I'm not drawing the diagram, but quickly let's discuss the answers. So that, yes, please, question number 9.
B, sir, already discussed, sir.
Oh, B,
B.
already discussed, yes. 10.
Sir, D.
Option D.
Option D is absolutely correct. By mistake, please kindly note down in your solution, there's option E. There must have been an option E, but because I converted them into 4 options, so by mistake, it's still showing option. It says both 1 and 2 follows, but they have ticked E. So there is nothing like E, even though the explanation talks about both 1 and 2 follows. So kindly make your E option D, D for Delhi. So 10th is option D. 11th.
Option D.
Again, sir, D. Sir.
Again, option D. Absolutely correct. Question
12th
number
B,
2.
sir.
12th is B,
Option
Bombay. B, Bombay. Yeah. 13th question.
Option D.
D again.
D,
Sir.
Delhi. Correct. 14th.
Option D.
D.
Yes. देखिए आपसे आपका एरर अब नहीं होगा सिलॉजिस्टिक्स में, बिल्कुल नहीं होगा, डायग्राम अगर आप बना के कर रहे हो। 15th.
Option B.
15th.
I think
All-
sir, D, sir.
Only
D.
2 follows.
Okay. Let me solve this. What does the question say? All the pencils are pens. All the pencils are pens. All the pencils are pens. All the pens are inks. All the pens are inks. Perfect. Now, all the pencils are inks. Of course, correct. Option 1. Some inks are pencils. Some inks, these pencils actually are some inks. So both are correct. So this is option D, D for Delhi.
Yes, sir. Sir.
Only in the diagram that I've presented, it's been wrongly typed inks and pencils. So just ignore it. Make it pencils and inks. So it is option D. All right. Is this okay? Those of you who were highlighting some other option, please. Have you understood? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Let's proceed to the next question. All right. So question number 16.
Sir, option D.
Option
Yes, sir.
D.
Option D.
Question 17. Question 17 is options 1 and 4 follow.
Option
That's
B.
B, Bombay. Yes, B, Bombay. 18th.
Option A.
Option A. Absolutely. Option A. Question number 19.
Option B.
2 and 3. Yeah, option B. Question number 19, op 2 and 3. And question number 20.
Option C.
Why should it be C? Option C is 1 and 3. No cow is rat. Sometimes cow can be rat. Sometimes cow can be rat. I want a definite conclusion. For me, it is option D, only 3. Let me draw the diagram. Hold on. The question
Yes,
says,
D.
some rats are cats. Some rats are cats. And some cats are dogs. Some cats are dogs. No dog is cow. No dog is cow. I can have cow here. This is one. Second possibility. Second possibility. There are 3, 4 different possibilities, but one of the possibilities is like this, where I've got everyone overlapping with everybody. No dog is cow. So except for dog, I can have cow like this. Is this okay? Are you getting the logic? Yes or no? So for me, it is option D. Only the third statement follows. Is this okay? Only the third conclusion. All right. Yeah, yes, please. All right. Students, thank you so much for your support and understanding. I would request you to tell your friends who are missing out. I'm not saying we trainers are the best in the business, but of course, we are passionate about what I do. I've spent more than 20 years. I told you when I was younger than you are today. Certainly, it would require you to put in efforts. You have an immediate agenda, and that agenda is to get into one of the top companies. A few of you might be looking at different, B school or maybe GI, GMAT later. You want to go abroad. I am into, guiding students for study abroad, where to get scholarships, how to do it. All that you can always get in touch with at a later point in time. Right now, officially and unofficially, our entire interaction is about helping you with your placement tests, the aptitude tests that are being conducted. So I appreciate many of you are very sincere, you are being regular, and you are putting in consistent efforts. Trust.
Recording in progress.
Thank you so much. Keep putting in efforts. This will definitely take you places, and I'm sure you'll reach greater heights. Thank you.